Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Taylor Complains Comedy Podcast. Me, your host, Taylor Perez. Let's light this room up a little bit more. There we go. Damn it, it's great to see you folks. How are you? It's September 4th, the day of our Lord, and I've been kicked off my horror movie podcast, The House of Ghouls, for posting a review of Strange Darling. Strange Darling is a film that, hold on, I gotta snort. Hold on. We always do this every time. Don't think it's going to be any different. Strange Darling is a film that was released that everybody on Horror Talk, and Horror Talk, for those of you who are not acclimated, Horror Talk is a place on the internet where people go to review horror films. There's over 2 million posts on the hashtag Horror Talk. So it's growing. It's growing. People review horror movies. It's not just segregated to the group of people that I've grown to know and love. It is all encompassing. So Horror Talk is anybody posting about horror, essentially. God damn this cat. Sorry. So sorry, sweetheart. Here's what happens, darling. I'm speaking to my cat right now. Every time I do this, you see what you did? You see? That's why you can't do that. That's why you can't do. I love you so much. She jumped on the laptop. She jumped on the laptop. That's what happens. I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. You okay? How's your legs? You doing okay? Your legs okay? You doing okay? It's not going to hold you up, sweetie. You see this? There's nothing beneath that, so it's not going to hold you up, my love. I'm sorry, you okay? Let's just do leggy check. Let's do leggy check. You okay? I love you. Okay? Oh, green-eyed baby. Sorry about that, guys. She's cute. Her name's Broody. There you are. You're on camera. You're on the podcast. This is my guest today, Broody, aka Brutus. We used to call her Brutus, but actually, we never called her Brutus. We named her Brutus, like in theory, when we brought her home as a kitten. But now she's like 3 years old, and we just call her Broody. We've only called her Broody. That's been your only name, huh? How do you feel about it? You okay? You okay? You embarrassed that you fell and you made the computer fall and you ruined Dad's podcast? You ruined the whole thing. Just kidding. We're recording. So horror talk, Broody. You want to hear about horror talk? You want to hear? I'm gonna tell my cat. So what happened was, I have 4 friends that I really, really love, right? And okay, well, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? What are you doing? We're not doing this. Okay. It, you gotta bear with me, sweetheart. You can't, nope. You're not stepping on the keyboard. You're gonna cancel it out. I'm sorry, my love. I'm not hurting her, just picking her up, taking her out. I love you. Dad's got a podcast, okay? But there's 4 people that Dad loves very, very much that don't want to be his friend anymore because I posted a film about a movie that I did not like. She's gone. The movie's called Strange Darling. It's an erotic thriller. No one's telling you anything about this film. It's an erotic thriller. When you go to look up this film, it's going to say horror movie. And I don't like that. I don't agree with it. It's not a horror movie. It's an erotic thriller. And I know what you're thinking. Why is the distinction so important? Well, the distinction is important because if you don't know what the fucking genre of the film is, how do you know that you want to go watch it? And if it's a horror film and categorized as a horror film, I want to see some horror stuff. And God damn it, there was no horror stuff. It was just some lady that liked being choked, and she's like, "Choke me harder, Daddy. Choke me harder. Choke me harder." And the guy's like, "Damn it, I came already." There wasn't any penetration. He just made a silver dollar in his jeans. I don't understand. I don't understand what all the hype around the film was. So I posted a review, and I was just like, "Yo, horror talk. What the fuck? You guys are you guys all 30 of you." And I don't know. Coincidence? I don't know. Who knows? All 30 of you like the same film, you know? I don't know. That came out a week ago. Y'all like the same film that came out a week ago. You suggested it and you said, "Hey, go in blind." Now, I go in most places blind because I don't see very well. But I'll tell you this, I think that we're not going in blind anymore. Now you're going to give me, is it found footage? Is it a ghost movie? Is it a monster? Is it a creature feature? Is it a thriller? Is it a crime thriller? Is it a true crime documentary? Give me what the fuck this film is, because this was a piece of shit, this fucking film. The acting was amazing. I love the acting. It was great. Everything else, horseshit. You could see what was going to happen coming from a mile away. And I don't understand. So I posted a review and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What's up with this lavender ice cream? You guys, all 30 of you said this lavender ice cream was good. And I call bullshit. I didn't like it. This was my review. Okay. Like, you guys all banded together. You like the same film. That's fine. Listen, I believe in coincidence. I don't think you guys all talk to each other and we're like, well, let's believe what dad believes. Let's drink the Kool-Aid. I never accused anybody of that. I don't know. I don't know. Just 30 people liking the same shit. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it out against my better judgment. Cause this happened with long legs too. Everybody liked long legs. And then I go to watch long legs. I'm like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? I feel like Joe Pesci and Tales from the Crypt. I was like, what is this piece of shit? What is this piece of shit? So here's this. I know what you guys are saying, right? You're like, what the fuck is the point of this? And I'll tell you what the point of this is. I will tell you what the point of this is. I've been kicked off my podcast because there are four people in an uproar right now. 4 people have unfollowed me. Nobody else. I've been looking all day. Nobody else. Zero people. 4 people have unfollowed me because of this. And there are 4 like my pretty good friend, Colby, you've seen him on here. I have a podcast with him, and Ian, I have a podcast with him. Chuck has unfollowed me, and then Justin from Slasher Talk. Justin's been on this podcast. But here's where I think that Chuck, because I wasn't as close with Chuck as I am with these other people, and I got into it with Chuck on the message, and I was just like, yo, man, like, or on the post. He commented on it, and he's like, what about all the people that support you? I'm like, motherfucker, I repost everything that you do, and I bought a shirt that has your face on it. So I support every single person on Horror Talk, okay? I support all you guys. I repost all your shit, Justin, everybody. I repost it, I like it, I comment, and if I don't have anything to say, I'll hold the comment button down and I'll type in one of those little emojis just so you get something, because I want your algorithm to be good. I want you to succeed and flourish. But I think all 3 of these people are just listening to dad. I think it's just like Chuck leading the convoy because nobody has any fucking independent thought. That's just my opinion, though. Like, nobody's got any independent thought. It's all Chuck just doing it. And everybody's just agreeing with him because it's best to just listen to dad. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I wish them all well. I know that their podcast will do well. I know that their content will do well. And I hope that everybody still chooses to defend them. But if I'm saying what I think is happening, and I'm not talking shit, this is just what I think is going on. I think that people are being influenced by someone that was upset that I had a conversation with. Okay? That's what I think. And those are my opinions. Those are my opinions. So I will no longer be on the House of Ghouls horror podcast, which is nice because now I don't have to stay up until midnight unless I want to. Podcasting with these fellas, they live on the other side of the continent. Or the country. So Eastern Standard Time is fucking horseshit. I don't want to wait 3 hours ahead of my time to do something. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for them. So when I'm available, so I know, they accommodated me more than I accommodated them. Okay. I had to wait till 10 and I was up till midnight or 1. They were probably up until 4, but it was fun. I had fun. We interviewed some really cool guests. But this podcast has been going on for a long time. This is episode 59. We're almost 60. Next episode's going to be 60. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. But you guys will not hear me on that podcast anymore. Shout out to KB. He said, without me on the podcast, it will now be called House of Tools. And this is not me. This is my friend. He said that. And I laughed very, very hard. But yeah, listen, I'm still going to be telling the jokes that I'm going to tell. I did not apologize to anybody because fuck that. I'm not apologizing. Okay. I joke around. And if my jokes lead to friendships ending, I would rather them lead to friendships ending than me apologize for a joke. But if I do tell a joke that hurts your feelings and you would like to address it before unfriending me, we should talk about it. But that's not every joke. And that's what's leading me to my next. I'm going to get to that after this because I have a funny story. I have a friend named Strife. Strife is a man who streams video games. He has an accent. He sounds very, very attractive. And you know what? He is very attractive. I don't know what his, I think I know what his actual name is. I've heard it. I think he's told me it in passing, but I will not divulge that here. But his name is Strife, and he's a Twitch streamer. Strife was at a pub, and let's say, listen, he's in Europe, right? He's in Europe. I'm gonna say he's at like Manchester, London, one of those. He's in London, right? Yeah, London. He's in London. I know you cringed. I cringed. I didn't have any material right then. This is all impromptu. It comes to my head, and you either laugh or you go, ooh, that was an ooh. We share that sentiment. Strife was listening to me. Strife wasn't listening to me. Strife went to a pub, and I don't know if he's looking to hook up or get whatever the fuck, but he's having a pint at a pint. He's having a fucking glass of beer at a pub, and he is he's just hanging out on his phone, and he hears my voice, and he's like, "Yo, that's Taylor. I know Taylor. That's fucking Taylor." So he walks around. He's like, "Where am I hearing that voice?" There's a girl, a hot girl. Apparently, she's hot. And she's at the bar, and she's watching me do a horror movie review, which is absolutely fucking crazy. And Strife walks up to the lady and he goes, "Yo, I know that guy. That's my mate. That's Taylor. I know that guy. He used to fucking come to all my streams. Like when I used to stream, I don't think Strife streams anymore, but if he, I haven't been on Twitch in a long time, so I don't know, but Strife was like, "Yo, that's my homie. Like, those are his TikToks." And she's like, "Really?" So her and Strife get to talking, and she blows him in an alley of the bar, behind the bar. I can't tell you how happy that makes me that my friends are getting their dick sucked, and I started it. You know what, Strife? If you're listening, I got your dick sucked, dude. I really did. And you know what? I gotta tell you, I feel like I did some of the work on this. My neck hurts, and dude, you gotta shower. Cause I don't know, you're not even Jewish, and it tastes like a filter fish down there. I listen to Howard Stern too much. I do. You filter fish. Your dick smells like fish, Strife. Okay, and it tastes bad. You gotta shower, dude. But that's a real story. That's a real story that my friend told me. I've been waiting to share that with you guys forever. I wanted to combat I wanted to combat something bad with something good because I know that me not being on the House of Ghoul podcast sucks, but it is what it is. I hope you guys still listen. All the jokes set aside. I mean, I know and me talking about like Chuck and them following him, that's like, we all do that. You know what I mean? We all try to take guidance from like the highest person that we can probably get. And then they reach down and they have influence and it happens. I didn't mean to talk I didn't mean for that to come off in a horrible way. Even if it did, whatever. Fuck, who gives a shit? But I want to make sure that we're taking the high road here. That I do wish everybody success, health, and wellness. I hope everyone's kids get into college because Colby has kids, Chuck has kids, Ian has kids. Justin does not have kids. But if he does have kids, I hope they all get into the greatest college. Happiness, health, and wealth for all four of those gentlemen. I don't have anything else to say about it. I mean, them following him is just my opinion. That may or may not be what happened. Who knows? But Strife getting blown and a chick at the pub watching my videos and Strife walking up to him and be like, "Oi, I know that bloke. That's me mate Taylor." Fuck. And then he's like, "Oi, oi, oh," in the alley while he's coming. Like, that's the best. That is the best. If I'm getting my friends blown, it's the happiest that I've ever been. But when I think of Strife's uncircumcised, disgusting English penis, it does bring me a sentiment of sadness. It does make me feel a little bit sad. Moving on, Thursday is football. Tomorrow is football. Do you know how excited I am? You guys know that I love football. Talk about it all the time. You're on the Taylor Complains Comedy Podcast. You got to know that I love football. Tomorrow, the Chiefs and the Ravens face off. And I know you don't care about football. Fucking hippie ghouls listening to this and going, oh, and Sierra's like, "God damn it, let me..." Hear me out, both of you ladies, the two ladies that are listening. Harrison Butker is the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He won 2 Super Bowls in the last 2 years. Harrison Butker spoke at a commencement speech at a college. And he said this to all the women that are graduating college. I just want you to know you guys might be looking forward to your promotions and all of the great things that are happening in your life. But your true happiness does not start until you become a mom and a wife. Holy shit, what a revelation. Your true happiness doesn't start until you step foot in the kitchen. Open up them legs and shit me out of football so I can kick it over the rafters. That's when you start to matter. That's what this guy says in a commencement speech. And then he goes on to say something about pride. He's like, I have pride, but not the evil, sinful kind of pride that we've all grown to love from the LGBTQ. Holy shit. At a college commencement speech? Harrison Butker, I gotta intervene. I think I have to burp though. You kick footballs, dude. You kick a ball through two prongs that you kick. You essentially you're kicking a ball at the middle of a fork, but there's no middle prong, dude. I I don't really understand what's going on here, Harrison Butker. I don't understand what's happening. You kick a ball. You wake up every day and your wife makes you a lunch and you go and you tell your kids you can be whatever you want to be. And dad goes to kick a ball. That's what you do. That's all you do. How? So what's all this? What's all this? Be a man and build yourself up. And do you're not like using the Pythagorean theorem to come up with different equations? You're not a surgeon. You're not an archaeologist. You kick a ball, dude. A woman. I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole I feel we're moving backwards, and I don't know why. I don't know why. And this guy, it makes me mad that this guy's a platform. Like they should shoot him. They really should. You know, just they should really just assassinate this guy. I I don't like this train of thought. The whole women belong in the kitchen and subservience. The religious thing. And he goes on, and here's what bugs me. And Anaya, I'm talking directly to Anaya right now. Anaya is a lady from my Discord whom I love so much. I'm not shitting on religion. I respect what you believe. You called me out earlier and you're like, yo, I like your podcast, but I didn't like what you said about religion. So you pointed a boundary out. I'm going to try and tiptoe around this boundary without crossing it and making you upset because that is the last thing I want to do because you're my friend. Religion does this sometimes to people. It makes them believe that men serve God and women serve men. And I don't like that because then the men become the lawmakers and the women always suffer because of this. It's one of my least favorite parts of religion. I'm not a religious guy. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything, to be honest with you. I believe in being kind to people. I believe in to be yourself. You know what I mean? Even if it's to your detriment. Today I was myself to my detriment. Today I told jokes and I did my reviews and I did my song and dance and I did it to my detriment. And that's completely fine. That's within our rights to do that. And you know what? It's in everyone's rights to respond to that however they want to. But I don't really understand the whole you know what I mean? Teaching women to be subservient and then the dude serves the god and then it sounds to me kind of like the man makes the rules the entire time and the woman's just like just don't fucking burn my shrimp. You know what I mean? I don't know. The whole thing's weird and I don't like it. Lady got mad at my Epstein Island joke. Oh, here's another reason my guy told a joke the other day that made another lady upset. Listen, I will tell you this. The post that I made today that made everybody upset, none of them were ladies. None of them. Some of them might be overweight and have lady parts, boobs, breasts, hang down. The nipples might be pointing at the floor. But that's neither here nor there. I made a lady mad with an Epstein Island joke. And she said, I know you're just trying to be edgy, but I did not like this Epstein Island joke. I really don't appreciate it. As a woman, you'll never know how it feels. You know what? Here, I'll tell you this. I will never, ever fucking know what it's like to be a lady. I'll never know what it's like to be a lady. I have that privilege and I recognize that privilege. I do the best I can to give my girlfriend the best life she could ever have and respect her, honor her. Same thing with my mom, all the women in my life, all my friends. Like I even pointed out Sierra and Hippie Gould. I don't know. I try to acknowledge you, Anaya. I try to acknowledge all the women in my life and respect them equally, right? But I will always tell jokes, and I don't give a fuck. I can't care if they make you upset. If my jokes make you upset, then that's something with you. That's not a contract that we have with each other. That's you. I said something that made you upset. So why did it make you upset? Look inward. Don't look at why I said that. I said that because I'm me and that's what I do. And you know that I'm me and you know that's what I do. So why are you my friend if that bothers you so much? This is where we need to defer. Okay? Sometimes there's something wrong with you. You know what I mean? There might be something wrong with you. It's not me. I'm not I'm not I'm not abdicating responsibility for something that I should take responsibility for because I 100% know that what am I trying to say here? I 100% know that I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of what I say. But I've been saying and doing what I want and saying what I want forever. And sometimes that's the reason that you guys are my friends. It's the reason you're my friends. And I love you for it. But why the fuck are you my friends if that's not what you want to hear? Go be friends with people that say, go be friends with people that say things that you only agree with. Because God forbid someone says something that either A, challenges one of your belief systems or B, oh my God, I don't agree with my girlfriend. Let me tell you something about my girlfriend. She says shit that I hate all the fucking time. The other day, she said, I don't want you to call these chores. These are not chores. These are things that we do and that we have to do because we are adults and we function in a clean household. You know what I said? That's a fucking chore. That's a chore. To me, it's a chore. It is a chore. Washing the toilets, chore. I'm not saying that I'm not willing to do it. I'm 100% willing to pitch in because I love my girlfriend and I want to make sure that I am keeping my side of the street clean. And that when she goes to complain about me, if there's anything to complain about, I've got that backed up. That I know that, hey, I am fully aware of that. I'm working on it. Or I have completed working on it and you're fucking wrong. She's never wrong. If you have a girlfriend, you know they're never wrong. But I'm saying, I'm aware. You know what I mean? I'm aware myself. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, this lady. Yeah, I made an Epstein Island joke. If you think that I think it's okay that kids were banged on an island in Florida, I don't know what to tell you because these are just jokes. I just want to make people laugh. How the fuck in 2024 do you people not understand comedy? I'm not saying that I'm the best comedian. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not. If you're asking me, I'm not a good comedian. I'm not attractive. I'm gross. I don't like anything about myself. Okay. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it by writing better jokes, by trying to be more topical, by preparing more things for the podcast. Like I want to be better. But I'm never going to apologize for a joke. No comedian's ever going to apologize for a joke. There's no fucking way. There's just no way. But you do have the choice to like hang out with us and be with us or not be with us. So if I say something that bothers you, maybe I'm not for you. You know what I mean? That's okay. It's 100% okay. If I'm not for you, if you've outgrown me, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to fault you for it. In this particular search situation where I thought that all three of my friends followed somebody else, that's fine. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean that's what actually happened. It's just what I think. But I don't have anything bad to say about them. That doesn't mean that they're like followers or they're bad. It just means in this particular situation, I feel like they all followed the opinion of somebody that, you know, I don't know. They just all followed the opinion of somebody else. Let's see here. Tell a human trafficking joke. Bob's Wholesale. Hi, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bob's Wholesale Human Traffic. We have Asians, I don't know. Asians, all kinds of Koreans, South Asians, North Korea. I'm just kidding. It was supposed to be, it's in my notes to tell as like being petty. You know what I mean? That was supposed to be petty. That was supposed to be a petty moment that I told a joke in retrospective to what I was talking about for that lady that was like, "Hey, why you tell an Epstein Island joke?" I don't, who do you know that supports Epstein Island? How many people have you known that have been like, yo, I love Epstein Island. Let's all go there and fuck a child. No, no one says that. That's not, it's a joke. Um, 1 million views. I have a post that just hit 1 million views. We just hit 10. We hit 11.5 thousand followers on Instagram, which is insane. We're at 26,024 on TikTok. We're doing really well. Collectively, we have almost 15,000 followers across both platforms. And I want to thank everybody for riding with me because apparently sometimes I'm not the easiest person to watch or hang out with, but I'm fun. I'm fun. I'm fun. You never know what I'm going to say. I'm fun. I'm very, very fun. But yeah, the a million is great. My family in the zombie apocalypse, listen, I got to tell you guys right now, I've been having these conversations with people about if you were in the zombie apocalypse, and I want everybody listening to think about this. If you're in the zombie apocalypse, who's dying first in your family? Where are you in the hierarchy? I think that I'm second to last to live. Like my dad's gonna live no matter what because he does not give a fuck. My dad will beat my mom to death with one of her own shoes, ironically, and then feed her to his zombie. My dad will do anything to survive. And then me, and then my girlfriend. My girlfriend is a very cutthroat, and she's very, very, very like she can do a lot. She could do a lot. There's nothing, I don't think that I can think of many things that she can't do. And she's got a very high survivability rate, but there's no way she's outliving me because I am willing to kill stuff to stay alive. My whole thing is when we're in a zombie apocalypse, I'm going out, I'm scavenging. I'm not talking to anybody because like when you bring people in, they know that you have resources and they see your resources and their survival instincts kick in. They're going to try to kill you. I don't want that shit. I don't want that. So here's what we're doing. We're going out. We're doing like the grocery store runs. We're trying to like stay low profile. We're gonna try never to go out at night, only in the daytime, because you can't see shit at night. I saw The Walking Dead. You know in The Walking Dead, you never go out at nighttime. Those zombies will rape you. I swear to God. And they'll come inside and you'll have one of their babies. It will suck. You do not want that. Horny zombies come out at night and I hate them. Goddamn Rudy Giuliani's coming out at night. I had to give you guys a second to laugh there while I sipped my diet pineapple and tequila. I'm not drunk, it's just one drink. But yeah, no, my dad is outliving all of us. I'm number 2. My girlfriend's number 3. I think my brother Michael is gonna, yeah, my brother Michael's gonna be number 4. Okay. He's gonna die pretty quick. He's gonna die pretty quick, but he's got that cutthroat attitude. And I think he can put his hands into a zombie's mouth and rip it open. I really think that. I have faith in my brother. I do. I have faith in my brother. I know that he can rip a zombie's mouth apart. But where he's gonna falter, I think, is when like, you know what I mean? The hillbillies come in like, what's going on, boy? I see you got, oh boy, you got them underalls on with no shirt on with a nipple hanging now. Boy, I'm gonna need all your supplies or we will rape you. And then my brother's he's just gonna bend over and open up that hole. I'm telling you, that's what he's doing. That's exactly what, bend over and open up the hole. They're not even gonna back. What's up, boy? How you doing? And then he just bends over then. I don't even think they're gonna have to ask him that many questions for him to just be like, oh, my butt cheeks feel very loose. And then they just, you know what I mean? Oh, a can of soup fell out. No, I'm just kidding. My brother Matthew and my mom are going to be the fourth ones to die. My mom is first. My mother is the first person to die in the zombie apocalypse. My mom might be the first one to die out of everyone on the planet in the zombie apocalypse. She trips on her Prada shoes or some shit, and she just falls down a well. We haven't seen a well since like 1986, and we're like, where the fuck did that come from? My mother's the first one to fall into a well and die for it's for the last 35 years. I'm telling you, right? 37 years. 1986 was 37 years ago because I'm 1980. I was born in 1986. Matthew, my brother Matthew, he's dying fourth. He doesn't have the wrist strength. You know what I mean? Both of my brothers are gay. In a situation, they go whoop and they T-Rex it. T-Rex arms do not last. There are some of those biker gays though that will last. You will last. But this is very, very important. You guys need to ask your family. And you need to even think about this. Who's dying first in the zombie apocalypse? Who's dying first? Are you dying first? I'm making it. Because I will I will sharpen a tree branch and stab a child in the head. Eat his liver. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to eat a kid. For some reason, children are where I draw my line. And that brings me to another point, the new Peter Pan trailer. And I'll close with that. Let me see where we're at. How much time do we have? We're at 31 minutes. Yeah. Ask yourself this. Who's dying first in the zombie apocalypse when it comes to your family? It's a really good concept. It's really good material. I don't know. Every single person has a family. I mean, maybe it's just you and one other person, but still, are you outliving that person? Are you willing to do what it takes to live in the zombie apocalypse? It's a fun scenario. And I know we just talked about a lot of heavy shit. It's fun time now, baby. Are you living or are you dying? All right, last thing. Last thing before we get out of here. I don't know what we were talking about. Update. I was written up for talking about it. Oh, here we go. I got to update you on that. No, I don't have to update you on this. Fuck. I've been eating bad. I've been eating so bad. I'm a fat fuck. But for the last like 6 days, so I went to the last when was it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday I didn't go, Tuesday I didn't go, and it's Wednesday. For the last 6 days, I've been on a health kick, right? I haven't worked out for the last 3 days, but for the first 3 days, I did work out. So tomorrow, I need to get a workout in to get 4 workouts for the week. And this is my first week. I'm back at the gym. Your boy's back at the gym. Listen, we don't want to have titties that point at the ground like some people on horror talk. I'm just kidding. I don't want to have titties that point at the ground. I don't want my nipples to point at the ground. I want them to meet where your eyes are. When you look at me, if your eyes go down a little bit, there are my nipples staring right at you. Areola Grandes. That's what I want. I don't want them sadly pointing at the ground or pointing over here. Who wants nipples that point outward? That's insane. Why are your titties all lopsided? First of all, that's not what I want. That's absolutely not what I want. What else do I want to talk about? I wanted to touch more about the thing that's going on with work because I have an update on that, but I don't want to. I don't want to I don't know. I don't think I care. I think enough time has gone by. You know what I mean? Like I got written up. Short story, like I got written up. A lady said something racist at work. I tried to report her, and then she thought like nothing happened. And then they called me in the office, and they were like, "Hey, are you talking about this to people?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, The lady said something about wanting other races to go back to their countries. Of course, I reported her. Of course, I reported that because who says shit like that? Who says it? I don't know. Who says go back to your country? So they brought me in the office. They wrote me up, and I don't know. They're like, "Hey, you can't talk about this, but we're gonna write her up too." I'm like, "How are you writing us both up?" But I talked about it, and then she said, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea what's happening with that whole situation. All I know is I like money. I need money. I'm just going to go into work, wait the tables that I need to wait, shut the fuck up, and then leave. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And you know what? That's going to be that. I'm not even going to say anything else about it. Folks, I love you so much. Thanks so much for your time this week. We'll be back now. We're back every week. We're back every week with a little check-in. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Sierra, Paige, Jared. I don't know who else listens. I don't Shane. Who else listens? Who else listens that I can name by name? I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to listen to this one because it's like, ooh, it's the first one since you got kicked off the podcast. Yeah, that's not why I want people to come to this one. This wasn't supposed to be like a shit talking fest. I don't have anything mean to say about these people. You know what I mean? It's fine. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to be successful in their own ventures. You know what I mean? Of course, I said that my opinion was they all followed one person. That's my opinion. It's okay. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. I think everybody follows this one fucking person. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay to have your opinion. And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, that's okay too. I'm just a guy guessing, being observant. You know what I mean? Next week, I got to talk to you guys about the new landlord that we have that's like 900 years old. Holy shit. We got the lady from the Titanic running our apartment complex. Get this. We move from Portland to California. We get a landlord that is an attorney. The attorney says, oh, yeah, we're going to assign you guys a property manager. So we have a property manager and an attorney as a landlord. So we didn't think anything of it. We just thought our landlord was actually an attorney in his everyday life. And it made sense because he was a real estate attorney. Turns out the attorney took the property from an old lady who led this apartment into substandard living conditions and forced it to be condemned. The property was therefore taken by the attorney that we signed them to be our landlord. And now the lady is becoming our landlord again because she is paid for the building to pass inspection. I didn't know any of this until now. So I only have 3 months into this. 3 months. I have October, November, December for the remainder of the lease, and then I'm out of here. And I can't wait to get out of here. Holy shit! I listen. I might be paying $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment in southeast Costa Mesa or east Costa Mesa, but it's gonna be 2 miles from the ocean, and I cannot fucking wait. Listen, $3,000 for rent though, but I'm splitting it with 2 people, so it's only $1,500 for me. That's fine. I'll pay $1,500. I don't care. I just want to be out of this lease because I don't want this lady from the Titanic. We got ant problems in our apartment. She will not take care of these ant problems. Is this comedy or is this therapy? What am I doing here? Folks, I can't tell you how much I love you. Thank you for listening. I know this episode's going to do well. I don't expect episodes in the future to do well, but this one will do well. I'm going to try to give it a catchy. I don't want this to be a focal point of why I got kicked on the podcast. We talked about the new landlord. We talked about I'm going to listen to the podcast. I'm going to listen to it and we'll give it a proper name. I don't know. We talked about let's see what we talked about. I haven't deleted any of this yet. We talked about the lady that got mad at my Epstein Island joke. We got mad at Harrison Busker for football. That's a good one. Strife story. Strife got blown to my pod because my podcast got somebody blown. That's the name of the episode, folks. I love you so much. You guys take care of yourselves. I want you to keep following your dreams and keep doing the things that make you happy because that's what I want. I might be losing friends and you guys might be like, why are we going to listen to you? You just fucking talked about how you lost your 4 closest friends. It's like, yeah, I did. But there's got to be a pattern to that. And there's got to be something more to that. And it can't just be that. It cannot just be that. And I don't believe it's just that. And that's not me talking shit. That's just me being speculatively opinionated. But keep following your dreams. Just because my dreams kind of like hiccuped a little bit doesn't mean that they're not coming true. Doesn't mean I'm not happy. Doesn't mean I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm going to go watch this movie called Pet with my girlfriend that I fell asleep with yesterday. Or I fell asleep on yesterday. 5 minutes in, I'm falling asleep on films. I don't know what it is. But I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs.